Hello, it's Rachel and I'm here for my October update. I've worked on 3 different projects and I have a couple of finishes, so I'm going to share those with you now. The first one is this kit here by Heritage. I have 2 of these. I think there's 3 that you can get that go together, but I only saw the 2 of them. Very similar designs, but I thought they'd look quite nice in my bathroom. I think they're 8x8. This one's called Quiet Moorings. And I think last time you saw this I was about halfway done on this one. And I managed to finish it. So here it is finished. It's on 28 count even weave, which came with the kit. I used the kit floss, which is DMC. And it's quite a nice, easy stitch. It's all full stitches, except there is a little bit of fractional back stitch, but not very much. You could definitely do this one on Ada and not be too frustrated with having to pierce through the middle of the holes. So yeah, that's one finished on. The next one that I worked on was my Space Giraffe. This was a new start. It's from Etsy. It's by Nadezdha Gavrilenkova, who is also on some of the Facebook groups. I think Cross Stitch Unlimited, she's in that group. I'm not sure about the others, but you can find that pattern if you want it on Etsy. I chose to stitch this on, I think it's 28 count. It's Swigart linen in the colour Dirty Linen, and this is my second finish. Again, this is super easy to stitch. I'm so happy with how it came out. It's absolutely covered in little tiny stars. Some are, or the majority of them are just white crosses, and then there's some additional ones that are added afterwards. I love the eyelashes. And the little whiskers as well. So, as I say, it was really easy to stitch and the colours are just gorgeous, so vibrant. It's all full crosses for the main part. There is some fractional stitching on the back stitch. The eyelashes, well worth the effort, but they were a lot of effort to stitch. Yeah, they got a little bit confusing at times. I think mostly because you were stitching over black and it was really quite difficult to see where you'd put your thread, which hole you'd put your thread into, to see, you know, to count where you were coming back up again. But it was just, overall, it was a joy to stitch. There was only, as I say, the eyes, the eyelashes, and then the little bits of back stitch in the eyes. I'll just do a close-up on that. That gave me any real trouble, and it wasn't, you know, it wasn't too bad. I say that now it's done. But yeah, it's just beautiful. Really love it. So that was my second finish. I've stitched a lot this month. I was determined to have some more finishes before the end of the year. I didn't sign up for the Stitch 9 challenge at the beginning of the year, but I kind of made a list of projects, if I was doing that I wanted to finish. That the Space Giraffe wasn't on it because I only just started it. But I think if I had 9 finishes, I'd be happy with that for the end of the year. I did say I wanted to work on Pasta Time and get that one done. I haven't worked on that yet. I wanted to pick up my Enchanted Mermaid, the Mirabilia, which I'm not sure I've got the pattern handy. Well, I do have the printout of what she will look like when she's finished. I printed this ages ago because the fabric colour is just off the internet. The fabric colour looked like a lilac-y colour, and that's what I was going to do, so I printed it out, but yeah, I didn't do that in the end. I hand dyed a fabric. So I've worked loads on this. Last time you saw it, I had done her top half. Hadn't finished her skin, hadn't finished outlining it. But I'm going to show you now, and I'm just unscrolling it. I've not seen it fully unscrolled. I don't even know whether you'll be able to see all of it whilst it's still on the bars, but she is getting very close to a finish. So yeah, last time you saw her, I'd done most of the Krynic here, but not all of it, so I had a portion to fill in there. I hadn't finished her hands, and I did the same on her fingers. I recharted the back stitch on both her hands now because I wasn't 100% happy with how it was charted. And then the never-ending tail. I'm just scrolling up a little bit so you can see where I'm at. This just goes on forever, but it's super pretty. Loads of Krynic in it. Probably can't see it because that's kind of how it goes on a camera, but you get the idea, I guess. So all the gaps, and there are gaps all over, across here, inside this lighter blue part, all down here is all beads, all in the tail, the fin part, all those gaps are for beads. So it's going to take, I should imagine, a couple of weeks to bead, since I obviously have to go to work as well. I was hoping to try and finish this one as well. It's been midterm break this week, so I've literally done all the stitching on this one this week, and I've got to the point now where my hand is actually hurting a little bit from doing so much stitching, so I thought it was a good time to do a video to have a little break from it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to putting the beads on her, and she's really been quite simple to stitch, and quite, well, I say quite quick. I have put in a lot of hours. The top half stitched really fast, and I did that back in August, and then I picked it up a couple of times in September for magical stitches. But as I say, most of that from the Krynic part on, I don't know whether you'd call it a corset at the top, the dark Krynic part, from there downwards, that huge tail, from here downwards, including a hand, I've done all of this. So I've just got this, I say just, this part of the bottom part of that fin, and bring that down, and this part here, and then I'm onto the beads. And yeah, it's given me the itch to start more mirrors at the minute, and I know I've already got My Lady's Garden on the go, and I should get that finished because it's one of my, I think it's the oldest whip I've got now. but it's a bit of a chore to go back to that one because of the fabric scenario and then the blending filament, which isn't nice to stitch with either, so I don't feel like picking that one up even though I should do. We'll see anyway. I have a couple kitted. I've got the Kiss that's kitted and I've got the March Aquamarine Fairy kitted as well. Although I was debating whether to do her on a plain white fabric or on a sparkly opalescent white fabric. So we'll see. The other one that I want to do is Royal Holiday, but that is not kitted. I don't have fabric, Krynic, beads or anything. So obviously I want to do that one. I don't know. They're very expensive Mirabilias to kit up. It's either the fabric that you, either the ones that don't have lots of water lilies in them tend to have lots of beads in them, or they have water lilies and beads which are expensive, or they require a huge piece of fabric, so you can't really win. I don't think there's any that I've got you know, picked up and thought, oh, that's quite reasonable to kit up. They're just not, but they are super pretty, so we'll see what happens anyway. I might order some things for Royal Holiday. So that's kind of it in terms of my stitching. It doesn't seem much, but thousands of stitches, especially, well, all of them. The only one that was the least amount of stitches, and still there's several, I'm sure there's several thousand stitches in there anyway. This smells really nice as well. I washed it. I had a small mark on it, and I don't know where it came from. I thought it might have been highlighter, but it came out, so it wasn't highlighted, but now smells of washing powder, which is really nice. Anyway, the only other thing I've got to share is I've got some kits that I don't think I've shared them. I didn't buy them recently, but I just don't think I've shared them. There's two that I'm thinking maybe I did share these, so I'll show you those two first and apologise if you've seen them before. They're both Riolis, so I don't know whether I shared this one or not. Maybe I did, but I picked this one up. I really like horses. I used to have horses when I was younger, so I liked this one. I've been looking for one for a while that I liked. Yeah, I got it from eBay, and I'd had it on my wish list, and not eBay, Amazon. I got it from Amazon, and what I tend to do with Amazon is keep things in a wish list or in the shopping cart, and then every now and then I'll click on and see what the prices are like. And this one dropped. I think it was supposed to be £35, £36, and it dropped right down to maybe, I can't remember exactly, but probably below 20. So I picked that one up. There's a white horse as well that seems to go with it, but that one's still at 30-something pounds. So I'm going to leave that one for a while because I've got plenty to do. And this one was the same thing. It's been in my cart for a while. And this again, I can't remember whether I showed you this one. It's a little bouquet of flowers. I just like the colours on this one. Thought it was very pretty. And they come with anchor floss, and so I got fabric, but it's 14 count age and there's a lot of white space, so I'll probably keep the black one for the sake of my eyes, but substitute this one out for 28 count most likely. And then this one was an Amazon warehouse deal, as you can see from the sticker. This one's been on my wish list for a while. It's a Alyssa kit, which is Russian, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I got a really good deal on this as well. It was, I think it's, again, about £40 normal price, and then it was on the Amazon warehouse for £30, so it was about £10 off, and then I was like, no, I don't really want to pay 30 either, and I just kind of kept it in my shopping cart, and it just kept going down and down. I think they take £70 off every week if it hasn't sold. And it got down to about £12, I think, so I had to pick it up for that. Then this is Dimensions that is a very popular one. I'm sure people have seen this one before. It's called A Kiss for Snowman. I really like that one, so I've got that. And then this is a Luca S one, which I saw it stitched up on Instagram. And it's just called Basset. I just thought he was really cute. So got that one. And then the other ones are kind of in a series, I guess. And these again are ones that I've been watching the price, and you kind of have to be very patient because I've had these in a shopping cart for probably about 12 months and bought them as and when the prices have gone down, which they do. You've just got to see it. So this is Raspberries. And these are on, I think they're on 18 count. I'm pretty sure, yeah, 18 count Ada and anchor floss again. This is Strawberries with a dragonfly. The other one's got a butterfly, but this one's got a dragonfly and a tiny little snail. Then the Cherries doesn't have any little creature on. I wish it did, but I really like the cherries as well. And this one is the Plums, and it has a little butterfly. This one's my favourite, I think, and I think I had to pay the most money for this one because the price did go down, but not as much as the others. I think the others went down to, like, again, about £13, and I think I might have paid 20 for that one possibly. But they're normally about 30, 35. So that is everything. I'm spending a lot of time planning at the moment for next year, as I'm sure a lot of other people are starting to do as well. Can't decide on my new year, new start. I'm torn between, I've got an anchor one with birds on, little blue tits on feeders, which is kitted up. Then I've got a Mereshka one that I'm thinking about doing with daffodils on. I'm thinking a spring one for the new year, and then it might be finished for spring. But then, I don't know. Then I'm thinking maybe a Mirabilia. Who knows? I change my mind every day of the week apparently. But I'm thinking about it. Probably doing Stitch from Stash as well. I think I need to. There's not really anything else that well, there's always something I want, but not anything I want urgently. There's a couple of kits that I've seen that I'm interested in, but I've got plenty of kits, so the only things I really want to get is floss and beads and things to do some more Mirabilias. That's probably about it. Anyway, that's my update. I feel like I've done loads of stitching and made loads of progress. So I'm really happy about that. A week off work for midterm break has helped. No doubt it'll slow down. Want to go back to work on Monday. But then it's only 7 weeks until Christmas, so that'll be another stitching opportunity. Alright, I hope you're all doing well, getting lots of stitching done, and I will catch up with you again soon. Okay, bye bye.